Yes. It would help if I bring the mic towards me. Okay, yeah. Hello, mic check. Okay, we're doing it. Yes, we're doing it. By popular demand, popular request, I am starting my financial entertainment YouTube channel. Not financial advisory, because I have not acquired my Series 7 license due to being a felon for marijuana possession. However, I can show you the best marijuana stocks to buy as per my opinion and my research. But before we get into that, I have several brokerages, several accounts, some for long-term holds, some that I just use for options, and then I have other platforms that I use just to chart. So, but what we're gonna do today is, let me start the screen record. Can you see it? Okay. I don't know if that's backwards. See, that's the Discord investment group talking shit right now, but that's not what we're focused on. Right now we're focused on that dollar amount. I don't know if the screen's flipped, but it's about 3 bands. Now, let me tell you about this account. I started this account with $2,500. It went down to $2,000 when I bought some contracts, which exploded a few days later and doubled my money. I bought in again, which took me down to $3,500 because, you know, I'll be buying early sometimes. I'll be a little impatient with waiting for something to go from 30 to 28. Let's just look at my watch list, my stocks. I got SSPK, weed maps. I got GLW, that's notebook screens and like iPhone screens and shit like that. ELY is Callaway. You niggas like Top Golf, right? Okay, who makes those golf clubs? Boom. All right, Kronos, my favorite and most sentimental stock, because I purchased my first ever share of anything, which was Kronos. That was my first ever share, and I bought it while in jail on a cell phone that one of the guards smuggled in for me. So shout outs to that guard. I have 32 shares of Rolls Royce, simply for the culture. I didn't even know that Rolls Royce was publicly traded. When I heard it was, I bought 32 of them. I could have sworn I bought 50 of them. Tesla, okay, once upon a time, anything that had .com seemed really valuable until that .com bubble burst, and then we were left with Google and Yahoo. The same thing with Tesla. Tesla is the big boy. Tesla is the big brother. Tesla is the big daddy when it comes to EV and autonomous vehicles, blah blah blah. Elon Musk said in the next 10 years it will be strange if your car isn't autonomous. So let's just keep that in mind. Tesla, the big boy. Afria. Okay, now majority of the cannabis companies that you are publicly traded are founded and operated in Canada. Afria is one of the competitors of those companies. However, due to their merger with Tilray, they are founded and operated within the United States. So if you're all about America, I would stock up on your Afria for when the legalization veil gets lifted. UAVS. The government likes them, and if the government wants to deliver subpoenas and shit via drones, I believe they're going to use them first. So I'm stacking up on those. They're $7 a share. I believe my average price is $10. Oh, I thought my price was $10. I've been averaging down like a motherfucker. I'm at $6 right now. Sundial. Okay, so the reason I bought 130 shares of Sundial is because I wanted to learn how to do a covered call. A covered call is when you own 100 plus shares of a company and you sell them as your own options contract, and you sell them with your own strike price. For example, I buy 100 Bag Boy shares at $10 a piece. I can do a covered call, set my strike price for 15, so that when Bag Boy Network gets to increasing, I can immediately sell my shares for $15 a share, make $500 or whatever the math is. So it's just a way for you to guarantee profits. Worst case scenario, the stock tanks and you can't sell them. But if you have 100 shares of a company, I would assume that you plan on holding them for a while. So I did that with Sundial just for the practice, nothing more, nothing less. Fisker. I know nothing about Fisker. However, one of the finance bros did his DD. He's long on Fisker. I noticed, as per my charts, that Fisker was at its floor. So I went ahead and I bought 5 shares some point last week, and I will be doing my DD this weekend. So that's my stock list. That's my stock list. I have 22 Neo puts at 33 cents a piece. They're currently 23 cents a piece. I guarantee this will go up to $1, so that'll be $2,200 off of like $500 or some shit like that, $600, $700, whatever. Good numbers. I'll explain to you why and how I picked these in the next video. Okay, so Viacom. Look at Viacom. Look at this. Although they have not been doing good for the last 5 years, they were doing okay this year and had to sell off. One of the majority shareholders had to sell off, taking the share price from 100 to 44. So what do you think I did? I bought me 7 calls and I pushed it out to the middle of next month. So NIO, the EV market in itself, let me go back to my .com analogy. We had NIO, Plug, Tesla, ENG, Fuel Cell. We had all these companies around this EV market, and then the news just wasn't that impressive. We had shortages, material shortages, chip shortages. Certain companies were in debt. Certain companies had no debt but no demand. So it was a mess. But the thing about NIO, I like NIO because of the company. I like NIO because of the way they've structured their business module. The whole NIO home, private clubhouse feel that they're bringing when you purchase a NIO car. I fuck with that, and I think in the future, when autonomous vehicles are the norm, we're gonna flock to something that's cool and that's been ahead of the curve. I knew this when NIO was $4 a share, so I rode it from 4 to 19 and I sold. I bought back in again at 24 and I rode it all the way up to 64, and then I sold. I sold because one of the finance bros who did some extensive research let me know that the EV market was extremely inflated. Not only was it extremely inflated, but that shit was on its way down. So I bought puts at, I believe I bought puts when it was at 45, and I've been riding the puts ever since. I think that NIO's gonna see the 20s. So I'm going to ride my puts to the 20s, and I'm going to see if it displays a new support and resistance, and I'm going to just stay in the middle. But I made my fortune off NIO. So even if NIO in 5 to 10 years was to go up to the hundreds, I'm going to still be here. I've had the pom-poms on, and I've been supporting NIO and cheering NIO on since it was $4 a share. Moving on to SQ. One thing I know about SQ is if it sees the teens or it sees the low twos, it's on its way back up to 250. So I seen it was at 213. I waited to, and then I bought a handful of calls. It went down to 207, put me in the negative $700, as you saw on the charts. I feared not, and I doubled down. And then as soon as it spiked, my average cost was, I believe, $1.71, and I sold my 9 calls at $5.09 each. So I made a hefty little spin on my SQ plays. However, it went up and came back down, so I seen a lot more profit before I sold at a comfortable point. So I think I seen my dip around here. I bought calls here, I bought calls here, I bought calls here. I ate right here and I sold them. I have just bought calls right around here, and I believe, yeah, I got 9 of them. I'm in the deficit 43%, but that was only because I think I bought them up here and then it went down for the day. So fear not, it's 85 cents a piece. If these go up to just 2 cents a piece, that's $1,800 that I'm making off of the, I believe, $1,200 that I invested. That's worst case scenario, but we'll see on Monday, and I will record and make that video, and I cannot wait to share it with you guys. What I'm doing with this account is I'm going to show you my rollover strategies. I'm going to show you how to read the Greeks eventually. So if you feel like there's something you can teach me, I'm with the shits. If there's something you've learned from me, if there's something I've taught you and you've won, I don't want any commission for that. But I do want you to like, subscribe, hit the bell, blah, 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 all the boring shit that needs to be done in order for me to continue this mission that I'm on. Because I feel, I'm passionate about my people. I feel like I have mastered a skill, and it's nothing for me to encourage and inspire you to master the same skill. All positives around this new skill. Nothing negative about anyone that took a different route. But I remember in high school, I left high school very, very early to start a business. And everyone was laughing at me like, nigga, you need college, bro. This is just me. I haven't seen any millionaires made from college out of my high school. Anyone that went to college, went all the way through high school, went all the way through college, and then got their internship, moved, I don't know any millionaires that did that and made millions. So with that being said, I'm going to see you a couple times a week, and we're going to grow this account from 2,500 up to 25,000 to 250,000, 2.5 million. I'm Scandal. I'll see you next week.
My time should have stayed at home. I could pay, could have made it broke. Making my moves like there he go. Made men, now he ain't folded. Ask about